On this day, I see clearly Edge's ties were ugly as fuck. Like Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series in the first Elimination Chamber. But at least Edge will retire soon and be able to enjoy his life. And he's not nearly as old as someone named Zoe Stark. On this day, I'm John Renton with my review WWE Smackdown from Madison Square Garden. The Bloodline continues to dominate the program, and, well, let's just get into it, because they certainly did. The tribal court, the tribal chief is on the stand, and oh my god, the Usos have put the tribal chief, they're taking him to task. The Usos are in the ring. The garden looked full. The hallowed halls of Madison Square Garden. The Usos are out there, and then here's Solo and Heyman. Then Solo stops Heyman's promo, throws the mic, and then here's Roman out to a huge pop. And Roman got laid backstage before receiving head at the table. There's an old joke. Tribal court has commenced. And you got pinned, you got pinned, you got pinned. Tribal chief chants. Roman didn't call it. Why is this happening? And then Exhibit A, Roman acting out, getting upset. Heyman, Solo, popcorn vendors, cotton candy vendors, all this stuff. And that's not me. This is who I was forced to be. This is how I was forced to act, because I have 5 children. I don't need to raise you guys or your children. Why are we doing this? I was wondering the same goddamn thing, because I was like, look, I've enjoyed most of the Bloodline stuff, even if some of it feels samey, and I recognize they get big ratings, so it's just my take. But good goddamn grief, they are just following the same goddamn beats, and while this story has been good for the most part, enough already. This is probably going to be the most controversial thing that I've said in a while, but enough already. Enough. They've kind of jumped the shark on this goddamn thing. They've nursed this thing along where the porridge needs to be not too hot, not too cold, just right, and then they... Yes, Roman did some good acting here. He even got real tears. He's done with this. He doesn't want to be the tribal chief. He lays his cousin. Then we hear na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. He lays Jay, he gets down on one knee, and then he nails him in the dick. Why did he punch me in the dick? Roman, curse your sudden and clearly obvious betrayal. They made the Usos look like idiots. I mean, I know the conflict, it's family, I get it. They made the Usos look like idiots. Solo is about to grab the lay, but oh no, he spikes Jimmy, and then Jay got tied up and Jimmy got beaten down, and then Jay got free to do what he wants, like to help his brother. And then more stuff kept happening. A splash through the announcer's table, unlike when Solo monitored the situation and hit his head into the goddamn monitor at the tablet at Money in the Bank. That looked really painful. Even for a hard-headed Samoan, that had to hurt. 35 fucking minutes of this. 35 minutes. I recognize that the Bloodline stuff gets the most ratings. I recognize that people are invested in this. The YouTube clips, the Twitter views, and the ratings on Fox, even though they are basically half of what they were for the big premiere back in October of 2019, they're topping out at near 3 million. They're doing well. They're getting the most attention. So I get it, but I'm sorry. There were points where I was like, okay, enough already. This could have ended 20 minutes in. Oh, it's 25 minutes in. Okay, it'll end. No, 35 minutes. 35 minutes of this. And it wasn't the end. Back from break, Jimmy is being stretchered to be taken to a local medical facility for busted ribs, an elongated storyline stuffed in his ass, and anal bleeding. What? Wow. They jumped the fucking shark on this. I'm sorry. They jumped the fucking shark. I don't want to see any of this shit anymore. Sheamus and Theory at a U.S. title match. 42 minutes into the goddamn program, the first match. Had it been 27 minutes? Had they made the beatdown go a little bit quicker? Because I'm sorry, while I get where they were going with it, nobody ran out to help. They didn't have security, or nobody ran out to help. Apparently, the entire SmackDown roster arrived late. Have some PC recruits dress as security and do something, but nope, just... Sheamus and Theory had a match, and it's Theory. I don't care. I knew that Sheamus wasn't going to win because he didn't get the goddamn TV entrance. We go to break after a minute, 4 minutes, and then we go to a second break. And then Pretty Deadly show up to just further cement the fact that SmackDown has just broken me at this point. The Brutes run out, and then a roll-up, 1, 2, 3. I don't mind the heel cheating to win. That's elementary wrestling, but you have got to be fucking kidding me at this point. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Theory is one of the most boring talents that they have had in quite a while. He is not him. He ain't him. The animated him from Powerpuff Girls is more interesting. And also a really creepy villain. So, yeah, more MSG clips. Bruno Hogan Mania 1, SummerSlam 88. Triple H returning at the beginning of 2002. And more stuff. The Grayson Waller effect with Edge. They popped for Edge. Waller was saying, hey, you got some big news. And Edge is referring to all his, accolades. The first pay-per-view match that he had for WWE was being the mystery partner for Sable. God, Edge has definitely come a long way since teaming with that. And I'm sorry, but Sable was never good for wrestling. Got big ratings, so, with a lot of things that really didn't belong in a wrestling program. Nevertheless, he talks about he's not retiring. In fact, he's got a match tonight against Grayson Waller. Okay. Fine, whatever. That was fine. Okay, I was expecting shenanigans. Or I said I expect a sneak attack before the match starts. More Bloodline recaps. It was 60% Bloodline stuff, which, yes, there is a balance to have. Jimmy being evaluated. Styles makes his entrance. With Mia, they go to break. Cross has his leg wrapped, so he's clearly injured, and loses to Styles within a couple minutes, and Scarlett got tossed around like a rag doll by Mia into the barricade. I hope she's all right. I hope Cross is all right. This Cross-Scarlett experiment, if them coming back, has not worked. If they're rumored to be getting rid of people by around SummerSlam or just after, I hate to say it, some people need to go find other shit to do in other companies. And then Asuka comes out, and we go to break. Asuka gets 5 words out, maybe. Bianca runs down, and then Charlotte runs down. Everybody's music hits, except Io. Io attacks via sneak attack. It looks like Bayley's going to help her cash in, and then Bianca pulls Bayley out, and then they brawl and everything, and that's it. That was a 3-minute segment, maybe. 3 minutes. The women didn't have a goddamn match. I'm not saying that you need to have it be 50-50 for the women and the men, but the fact is you have talented women. Put Charlotte against Bayley and have them go 8 minutes and then have run-ins and do something, but at least give the women something to do, or just go back to the fucking Divas era where you just have this stuff going on. And then I did like the tease of the cash-in. That was nice, just too bad it was all muddled and mucked up. And then recast of the men's Money in the Bank match. Edge makes his entrance. We have 35 minutes left. I'm like, this is going to be long. MSG clips. And then Waller makes his entrance with basically about 29 minutes left. Okay. Edge and Waller, bell rings. There's 28 minutes left in the program. There's rib focus by Edge. He does, some nice stuff to target and slow down Waller. Waller takes over. We go to break. Come back. Waller was targeting the neck. There was some good action here, and then they announced during the match that Jey Uso is back and he's going to confront Roman Reigns. And oh boy, more Bloodline stuff, because that's what I want to cut. I didn't see enough of it. And the opening, and the recaps, and all this. And yes, it's a storyline arc, or it's a story-wide arc, from beginning to end. And maybe if that opening segment had left us wanting something more. So anyway, basically they did some back and forth stuff. There was some nice action. Edge hit DDT. Both were down. Grayson tried for his roll stunner that he does and gets hit with a spear. 1, 2, 3. That was a little convoluted, I think, but they did the best they could with it. Edge then basically saying earlier that is Waller going to sink or swim. Hey, Waller, you swam. Okay, cool. They see something big in Waller to have him face Edge in his first match on SmackDown. That's a big goddamn deal. And Jay is looking for Roman. Roman said, I'll be in the ring. And then Roman and Solo and Heyman are in the ring. And then Jey Uso's music hit. And also, we're looking around. Where's Jay? Where's Jay? We don't have that much time left in the program. Where's Jay? Oh, he's in the crowd. He's in the crowd where the camera is basically pointing. But we didn't want to pay attention to that. And Jay comes down. He attacks Solo. He lays out Solo. He grabs a chair. He goes for Roman. Roman tries for belt shot. And Jay hits him with a chair, and then hits him with a chair again. And then Solo comes in, gets kicked, gets hit with a chair multiple times. And Jay basically says, I need to end you, so I want to face you at SummerSlam. And you could have accomplished that with a lot less of the beatdown that kept going on forever. And it's probably going on in an alternate universe, and I get it. And I don't know why this episode annoyed me so much. And it'll probably pop a big rating, so what the fuck do I really know? I'm going to be honest here, guys. I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue to review SmackDown because it just basically is it's following the same beats. Weekly WWE programming gets to the point where they don't even focus on the matches, and when they do, it's like, okay, it doesn't involve people I care about. Between the two brands, Raw and SmackDown, because I've given up on NXT, at least reviewing it. Raw, at least, I can get some material out of it. SmackDown, I don't know why SmackDown has annoyed me so much. Maybe I've just reached a breaking point reviewing so much stuff. I may keep reviewing SmackDown. I may not. If you don't see reviews after this, you'll understand why. More Bloodline. Just have it all be Bloodline. And have people fight in the background and everything. Or have the Bloodline fight in the background and on the screen while matches are taking place in the ring. That's probably the next step. Agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rentlin. I'll see you soon.